Alright, here is me She-Ra review. I'm not going to just be reviewing She-Ra, I have a few other figures from the line to show and tell. She-Ra comes, obviously this one's not complete, but a bit like the He-Man figures, she kind of has the twist punch, but I kind of like to think of it more of the L'Oreal hair kind of toss, you know, kind of like, there you go. She-Ra kind of essentially really is just in my eyes a small kind of Barbie doll, in, you know, that she kind of has real hair, well, not real hair, but, you know, kind of hair that you can comb and plait and tie up and practice for when you want to grow your hair that long. And She-Ra, obviously, like He-Man, has a sort of steed that she rides, and here it is. I believe this is the She-Ra one, Swift Wind, according to the lovely Debbie McGee. And again, kind of like the She-Ra figures, the horse has a similar theme to what I would class like a My Little Pony, in the sense of that it has, you know, hair and a hair tail, kind of. Well, actually, horses do have hair like that as well, but possibly not as pink and as long. Anyway, so you can open our sort of Venus flytrap wings on our horse there and sit her in, and they'll kind of close around her and slightly crush her. So that's She-Ra on Swift Wind, off to save the day. Now then, she did have kind of, obviously Hordak was the main baddie for She-Ra, but the Horde kind of got took over by sort of boys' toys, because they're kind of, you know, kind of more likely to play with Hordak than what you are the likes of Catra, who is She-Ra's kind of main nemesis in this kind of universe, I guess. Catra here comes with a sort of thick black sort of hair, with a thick black kind of merkin kind of going on, with black hairy tail and her shield, and she also has a very nice pink pussy cat that she rides. Well, it's actually more of a lion, pink lion with its curly, permy mane. I can't remember what this was, well, I can't remember what half it was called, but as you can see, that is a kind of re-mould of the Battle Cat, but it's obviously slightly smaller to fit dainty little figures on. So she she sits upon the top of that, and off she goes. There you go. So that's the two kind of main characters with their kind of steed type vehicle things. Obviously there was other She-Ra characters here, there's a couple more. The main kind of action feature or selling point really was kind of like the different coloured hairs that do different sort of things, and wearing skirty things, and, you know, more of a girly orientated type of thing, mainly because they were obviously for girls. Which leads me to the next figure I'm going to show you, who really for me the best action feature of any of the She-Ra figures is this one, who is called Double Trouble, and she is kind of the Manny Faces of the She-Ra universe, where in which she kind of has a normal sort of pretty looking little face there, and then sort of once a month, you know, she kind of turns her face and ends up looking like that, and then everybody's in trouble. So that's Double Trouble. Right, quickly just show you, like the He-Man figures, there was quite a lot of knockoffs of She-Ra, and this is one of the versions of one of the knockoffs, and I believe these were called Golden Girls. But you know, actually pretty decently well made. They're quite well made, kind of for knockoffs, I suppose. They do what I would class as like the tailor sort of, as he shows you Evelyn, the tailor kind of leg of like it's on a rubber band kind of thing, rather than the She-Ra figures was just more like a joint rather than a rubber. So that's them there, with obviously Tina and the sorceress. So that's all the girlies there. And speaking of girlies, here is She-Ra's BFF, Bo, and he comes with his lovely sequinty, sparkly cape that he can swish round when he's running around. His action feature is, once you've removed his chest armour, you can see there he has a little heart there, and that beats, and you can see his little heart beating with love for everybody there. Oh. So there you go, that's Bo. Strangely doesn't have his moustache, a bit like Man at Arms. Kind of don't quite understand why they didn't put his moustache on him, as I don't think he ever didn't have one. Don't quote us on that. He is kind of a little bit on the weedy side if you kind of compare him to the likes of He-Man, who's kind of quite literally ripped to bits. Obviously, I'm guessing Bo kind of goes more for the cardio, rather than the bulk. Which actually kind of reminds me of the new Adventures of He-Man, kind of more sort of size and scale, kind of thing. So there you go. That's the She-Ra collection I've got. I just thought I'd show that off to you. Point out a few little things there, and hope you enjoyed that. And I will catch you for my next review. Goodbye.